Greetings, welcome to Hero Registry, and today I'll be discussing Black Adam and Shazam. Both characters derive their powers from the same ancient wizard. They transform into their powerful alter egos by simply uttering the wizard's name, Shazam. There's no need for watches or wristbands, just a spoken word will do. When these characters were first introduced, the wizard's name was indeed Shazam, and the hero was originally called Captain Marvel. However, due to ongoing copyright issues with Marvel Comics, who also have a character named Captain Marvel, the hero's name was eventually changed to Shazam. The acronym SHAZAM stands for a different deity for each letter, and each deity grants a unique power. However, the deities that provide power to Shazam are different from those that empower Black Adam. Let's start with Shazam. His powers are represented by the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the stamina of Atlas, the power of Zeus, the courage of Achilles, the speed of Mercury. Consider these choices a bit random, and I'll explain why after discussing Black Adam. Black Adam's SHAZAM represents true stamina Horus's, Spiderman's, strength Sutis, wisdom Martin's, electric, power Mayan's, courage. All 6 of Black Adam's power sources are Egyptian gods, which is incredibly cool. In contrast, Shazam's gods are a mixed bag, not exclusively Egyptian, Greek, Roman, or Norse. They're a hodgepodge. For instance, Atlas isn't even a god. He's a titan. This is why I refer to Shazam's power sources as random. It feels like they were squeezed in just to fit the 6 letters of Shazam. Let me explain each of Shazam's random power sources. First, Solomon's wisdom. Many people have probably heard of King Solomon. He's renowned for his divine wisdom and foresight, unmatched by any other human. As far as I know, he was a human, not a god. Since he's a biblical figure and I'm not Christian, I don't know much about him, so I won't say too much to avoid inaccuracies. I'll just pass on this one, whether he's human or a god. Next, the strength of Hercules. He can be considered the physically strongest Greek god, so his strength is definitely impressive. Then, the stamina of Atlas. In Greek mythology, Atlas is a titan who holds up the sky or the world. While the stamina of a titan who eternally holds up the world is undoubtedly amazing, he is not a god. This is my main point of contention. In the DC universe, Samson and Atlas are depicted as anti-heroes or time travelers. They even arm-wrestled Superman in All-Star Superman after bothering Lois. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. Regardless, I'm completely dissatisfied with Shazam's powers supposedly coming from gods, yet including a titan. Next is the power of Zeus. This one is great. As the god of the sky, he grants the power of flight and lightning, making it arguably the most powerful ability. Then, the courage of Achilles. Achilles was a Greek demigod, meaning half god, half human. He wasn't a full god, nor did he become one after death like Hercules. My point is, Black Adam's powers are meticulously sourced from Egyptian gods, while Shazam's seem to have been chosen simply because their names started with the right letter, regardless of their divine status. There are many other gods whose names start with A, even in Greek mythology, like Athena or Artemis. One is a goddess of war, the other a goddess of the hunt. Perhaps they weren't used because they are goddesses, but both are powerful. Finally, Mercury's speed. Mercury is the Roman name for the Greek god Hermes. As Hermes, he's the messenger of the gods, especially Zeus, and is associated with communication and thievery. As Mercury, he's the god of speed, so this one is acceptable. The 2 random ones are Atlas and Achilles, because neither is a god. Now, let's look at Black Adam's gods and powers. Shu's stamina. Shu is the god of air. The reason his stamina is used is because he's a supporter of the sky, similar to how Atlas holds up the world. Shu holds up the heavens. So, his stamina is acceptable. Horus, speed. Horus is the god of the sky and can fly. His power is why Black Adam can fly, making his speed acceptable. Amen, strength. Amen is also known as the god of air, but he merged with the sun god Ra to become Amen-Ra, a creator god who fashioned the universe. Therefore, Amen's strength is also acceptable. Zehuti's wisdom. Zehuti is another name for Thoth. Thoth is the god of the moon and master of knowledge. While Thoth is more commonly known, Zehuti might have been used for narrative flair, but his wisdom is logically sound. Electric power. Aten is an older sun god than Ra. He is essentially the sun itself, and his form is quite distinct from other gods. While electric power might not be a perfect fit, There's a connection since he's the sun. Maon's courage. Maon is a protector under the sun god Ra, primarily safeguarding the sun during the night. So Maon's courage is also acceptable. 6 of Black Adam's gods are appropriate, while Shazam's are not. Despite this, their powers are not inherently different. They are essentially equal. However, Shazam has only recently acquired his powers, whereas Black Adam has wielded them for thousands of years, making him incredibly formidable. It's rare for Shazam to defeat Black Adam alone. He almost always needs assistance, usually from Superman. While Superman is physically on par with Black Adam's powers, especially his electric abilities, are magic-based, which is Superman's weakness. This is why Superman can't easily defeat Black Adam. However, if Superman were to fight, without holding back and truly intended to kill, Black Adam would be forced to retreat. The good guy always wins. That's all for this video. Please forgive me if I mispronounced any of the Egyptian god names. I'm not very familiar with Egyptian pronunciations,